Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I went and put on some lip gloss. So, all right, I'm gonna do dishes real quick. My teenager does not like to do dishes. Who has a teenager that does not like to do dishes? I'm just wondering. Who has a teenager that does not like to do dishes? I have one. I had two atrocious. I had three atrocious children that did not like to do dishes. They like to make them, but they don't like to do them. So, guess who stuck out doing dishes? So she got some friends of hers that say she ain't going nowhere. Cause even though we go through trials and tribulation, and parents have ups and downs, and what we need to do is try to encourage our children to do better. So right now I am washing the dishes. Since Faith doesn't like to wash the dishes. Faith, what Faith is doing right now? Faith is upstairs in her room playing video games, which I'm about to shut off the internet. That's going to start an argument in my household. I'm just coming to let everybody know that even the queen has battles in her house. I have battles in my house. My kids don't want to obey either. And I'm not laughing about it because it's funny, but it speaks of that in the Bible when in the last and evil days that kids will be disobedient to their parents. And kids need to stop being disobedient to their parents. I'm just coming on and I'm saying the truth. While I'm washing dishes, y'all. But we are our children's first teachers. But they shouldn't take advantage of us and shouldn't get away with everything. So, I'm washing dishes. Only because I got to do this turkey because the refrigerator is on the spread. And I got to get it in some brine and on some ice. I found the refrigerator for $25 online, but I can't get it. I ain't got no truck. But if somebody can help me out with enough money to get a truck that I can go get it and get some help to get it in the house, that would be great. That's something that I need today. But other than that, we're going to have some food that's going to be lost in my house due to some financial circumstances. And I guess that's orchestrated, by the powers that be. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that hard. I'm hearing about different things that's going on with different programs, different Social Security programs, and different things like that. And right now, today is just one of those days when I'm just in need. And I'm in need today. I heard a lady who hooked us all up with the 2-ingredient biscuits. Even I messed that up, okay? I messed up the 2-ingredient biscuit. I can't do the 2-ingredient biscuit, y'all. Okay, I messed it up. I don't know what I did that was wrong, okay? But I feel real bad for her. And if I had any money, I would send to her. But I just wanted to, I forgot what her name, Mama Prep or something like that. But I just wanted to just come on today and just ask everybody to try to support your neighbors, try to help your neighbors out. If something's going wrong, check in on your neighbors, My neighbors think I'm okay. I see them in the garden every day. I go trying to grow food. So, I'm just doing the dishes. So, baby girl, I ain't got to fuss with you. You know, I'm still your mama. I love you, but you're going to do dishes one day. You're going to have your own kids and you're going to be mad at them because they're not doing the dishes. Now, I wanted to show everybody something that I started doing to try to help myself out with today's issue that I'm having. Oh, they did dry. So, I know everybody like to do things a certain way. I thought about it doing this way. You know, just drying my herbs. So, from what I understand, drying my herbs have a long shelf life of. This is some carrots, that's celery, this is bell peppers, and this is cucumbers. And I got something for myself to help make my shakes so that I have more natural things for my shakes and powders and stuff. Because I can't afford it in the stores myself, so I decided to make it. And to include some of those things into my 5-gallon buckets. Now, you know, it's really a blessing when God gives us things, but, you know, I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking about how do I present these things, and I dried them, and I'm going to use them on the turkey that's in the refrigerator so it won't spoil, and I can cut it up in pieces. So today I'll be cutting up a turkey so that I can save it in my freezer because my refrigerator is broken. Okay? So, first thing first, let's grab the turkey out the freezer. I got my sweet potatoes that I'm going to be mixing up for my sweet potato pies. And I got my onions and lemons over here so I can start freeze drying so that I can go ahead and get those in jars and try to preserve them too. You know, they don't give replacement food stamps when you have an emergency or any replacement anything anymore. So you better learn how to preserve your stuff. Preserved and protected. That's what we should be talking about today. Let me give y'all the scripture today. Let's see here. Uh-oh. And I'll be able to put this on screen one day. If I can ever see. Or give me sight again. Uh-oh. No, I don't want that fixed. I can't see y'all. You know, the devil is busy. Do not save. Uh-oh. I just got rid of something. Oh, that is terrible. It wiped off the whole screen. Yeah. But the devil is a lie. So, let me get my green onions out. Got to save these. These are important. So, we need our green onions. So, we got some potato salad and stuff going on. And sweet potatoes. And I know y'all wonder, how is she going to save all that food? I got a little mini fridge over here. I can chop up my stuff and throw it in the freezer. But it's always good to have an extra freezer or mini fridge in your house. Now, is my mini fridge going to save everything? No. I'm going to lose food unless I get some help. So that's the reason why I'm coming on today, because I'm in need. I can't do anything until the first, and what I can do on the first is bare minimum. So it's Thanksgiving. We're still doing our turkey. Here's Tom in the sink. It's Jenny O in the sink. So we're gonna get things wiped down. I even tried pineapple. So, that sounds good. Pineapple chips. I think I can make these. That's good. I eat this better than cookie. That's good. That is good. But I didn't know freeze drying is ancient. I didn't know how old freeze drying was until I started researching it. When I started making my own, it started tasting more potent than the regular state it was in when I first initially bought it. So what I'm doing right now is setting up everything to start freeze drying some parsley. That's good. I'm sorry, that's good. I'm getting out my eggs now for my potato salad. So the goal is to prep everything for Thanksgiving. Well, this turkey may have to be the first one to go in the oven. Usually I buy 2 turkeys every year. And what I do is I take 1 turkey and I cook it for the family for dinner on Thanksgiving Day and for friends. And then I take the other turkey and I take that turkey and I can it in jars. And no, this was not bought with food stamps. And it doesn't matter if it was, but no, this was not a food stamp purchase. This was a cash purchase. They had cut off my food stamps long before the government shut down. So I guess, you know, and my little feeble mind, y'all, I said, oh, they trying to be mean to me. No, they weren't trying to be mean to me. They weren't trying to be mean. It's just, you know, the renewal process, you know, some things didn't get in there. And I didn't get a chance to get renewed for food stamp benefits. You know, what I'm doing right now, I hate to pour out my nice hot water, but I ain't got no choice. Because I'm going to need the other side of the sink too, because we're going to cut up this turkey. Washing this skillet first. Just like I said, I'm the baker, the cook, the candy maker, everything. So let me go ahead and let this water out the sink. She acts like I'm disturbing her by telling her to come downstairs and help me cook. I remember we didn't have a choice. Nowadays, you know. But I love my daughter very, very much. I'm going to cook for my daughter regardless if she help me or not. So, that's going to happen. That's something that's always going to happen. And make do with what we have. And find other ways to preserve stuff. That's what we all should be doing. Thinking of different ways to preserve our foods. And how to take care of ourselves later on in the future. I'm going to need this bowl. And I need this cutting board. So I just decided to come on and just have somebody to wash dishes with me. I wanted somebody to wash dishes with me. Ain't that something? So, only thing we talking about is washing dishes and how we're supposed to get our children to obey us in this day and age. Are we supposed to be passive parents? Are we supposed to be parents that lead and stick on our children? Are we supposed to stay in arguments? No. That's not how God wants us to be. So, right now, I'm facing the battle. But I'm managing it myself. Pray for me. Pray that my refrigerator keep back in just for a couple more days. But I'm opening up the package of the turkey. So I'm cutting it open. And this is the second turkey. So the first turkey is already marinated and already in the freezer. This is the second turkey. And just like I said, no, this is not turkey for freezer. Look at how big he is. Let me see if I can get him more into the camera real quick. Now, I know a friend of mine showed everybody how to cut up a chicken. It's much as cutting up a turkey is much in the same way, but it's more of a denser bone to cut up. So I just thought yes, I know it ain't nothing to play around with. I take out the neck, turkey neck, the liver and the gizzard. You want to save that for your gravy. And you want to wash your turkey really, really well. You wash the inside of your turkey. Let me turn down the camera. So you want to wash your turkey. You can take this part of it out of there. Just like that, it'll pop right on out of there. Give it a good rub down, give it a good wash up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the thighs. Slice it down like that. You gotta have a good sharp knife. So make sure you have a sharp knife when you're washing and cutting up your turkey. You see how I pop that bone out the joint? That's how we're supposed to do it. Pop it out of the joint. Watch this one. Look. See how that came out the joint? This will make this turkey freeze faster. That's the reason why I'm cutting it up. Alright. It's always best to get a whole turkey. There's a little flint on here, and we cut up underneath there, which will lead us to the joint of the wing. And that's the joint. I told you you may have to do a little sawing, but you can get it clean. Let me turn off this water so y'all can hear me a little better. Sorry about that. But you see that right there? Right up in there. There we go. We got one wing loose. So that's one wing that's loose. Then we're going to go over to the other side. I haven't cut up a turkey in over a year. Let's train it. Safety protocols always first. Alright, let's cut off. Let's get the back part cut off. Separate the backbone from the breastbone. And there's the upper backbone, and this is the breast. I need my other knife for this. It can be a struggle. So I'm not saying that it's easy to cut up a turkey breast. But once you learn how to do it, you can have many turkey parts instead of a whole turkey that you're cooking. So what I'm doing is I'm basically breaking down how to cut up a turkey, and you do it just like you do a chicken. I have to be careful here. And so you can utilize this turkey in most multifaceted ways. So you can take a $8 turkey and turn it into multiple meals if you want to. So all the ways to utilize the bird. But I haven't seen a lot of people cutting up turkey. But this is food prep turkey. And with it being cut up, it has less cook time, y'all. It's more or less cook time on a cut up bird than it is on a bird that is whole. The bird in the freezer, whole. But, you know, if you find those turkeys that's $10, $11, you can cut up this and put it as extra meat in your freezer. For those who are on food stamps or who are not on food stamps, who just want to stock up. And this is, I'll cut it out. We're going to be cleaning it up anyway. This is one turkey breast. So that's a whole turkey breast. You can take that, put it in a Ziploc bag, and this right here will be for one meal. Here's the other turkey breast. Oh, you can cook both turkey breasts. If you want turkey breast, you can have that. The leg quarters, I'm going to cut them up. There's 2 leg quarters. And then there's 2 wings. Okay? And then don't forget you have the backbone, lower back, and upper back. Now, only reason why I'm doing this is because I have a refrigerator emergency, okay? And it's more room to cut up a turkey and put it in it's less room to cut up a turkey and lay flatter in the freezer than to have a whole big bird in there too. Whew, that was hard. Okay. All right. Now we're going to just rinse it off. Put it in our pot because we're going to be brining it. You want drumstick? Hey, you ain't gotta go to turkey hut. There go your turkey leg right there. I'm sorry, you can get a turkey wing That's a nice turkey wing or a turkey thigh. And that's your cut up turkey. And let's don't forget the neck. Once the neck off, put it all in there. And here we go. And that's our turkey cut up. So I'm going to be putting some salt in there, some rosemary, and some paprika to kind of soak this turkey down in. This is going to be kind of like a long video for me. And I ain't done a long video in a long time, but we're going to go ahead and see about this one. So we want to make sure the turkey is completely submerged under the water. Okay? That's one thing. So I like to do mine with some garlic. So this is garlic salt right here. And so I don't have to put any additional salt. So this is all in one. And we're going to do some onion powder. And I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. We're going to re-pepper it anyway, but this kind of give the brine a little bit of taste. And we're going to drop some paprika in there too, y'all. Now, those are my spices. That we're using on the turkey brine today. And just to make it a little spicy. A little spicy. Some cayenne, crushed red pepper flakes. And I'm going to use some red pepper flakes here. Just to spicing up the water a little bit, y'all. And let's see here. I got some thyme. Not very much, but I got some. Boop, 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 boop. And let's see here. What's this? That's mint. I should have had all this stuff poured out right. But it's okay. This is some rosemary. This is going to be a lemon and rosemary chicken. So the rosemary is going to have to sit out. And bam. That's it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands again. And what I'm going to do is just gently kind of mix it around. So I make sure the seasoning is going everywhere all over the pot. This brine is going to take about 1 hour. So the refrigerator is still kind of cool, but I need some more salt in that. The refrigerator is kind of cool, but it's not really cool. but it's much cooler than what I'm feeling in here. This is a brine, so don't be fussing at me about, she put too much salt on that turkey. No, I'm not. This is how we preserve food. When you're in an emergency, so you never want to be in an emergency. You always want to keep your canned stuff canned. So, and I'm freeze drying stuff as well. That's perfect. So, the turkey is marinated. So, let me put that back in the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Whew, that's hot. Y'all. In this kitchen. I wish the cool weather would come on in. Come on in. Don't delay. Come on in. And these are my little vegetables I chopped up. I may have to throw these away and start all over, y'all. Look at that. Well, I got the turkey brine. We're going to flavor inject it and season it up and throw it in the deep freezer cut up. So, and just tell me that I didn't go to work today. I'm sweating. Okay? But that's how you cut up a turkey. Boom.